Hey Mo, how you doing, man? Wow, the background is all blurry. Hard to look at John. Well, too bad. How you doing, man? Are you feeling better? I'm not gonna lie, Mo. When I saw that picture of you in the hospital bed, that was very shocking, man. Hope you recovered from all that crap. Well, has it excuse me, has it stopped you from doing normal stuff? I mean, you're not like sitting there all weak and stuff, are you? Can you do your normal stuff every day? And that's something I never heard of too. You said it was like a long-term COVID thing or something. That's kind of weird. And now they came out with this other crap that's saying, "Big time, I have a terrible time doing anything right now." Oh man, that's terrible, man. I hope it goes away, or I hope they could do something. Isn't there anything they can give you or to make you feel better, man? Shit, that's terrible. You know. And they just came out with that thing too that's saying that the ones that took the vaccines and stuff, I forgot which ones it was, but now they're in trouble. No, they're not in trouble, but they say for the next 15 years or so that they could sit there and all of a sudden just drop dead, and that'd be the cause of it. But I don't know. I hope I didn't take that one because I did like the first COVID shot, and then I did the follow up, and that's all I took. I know there was been like 5 or 6 or 7 of them, but I didn't get into all those other ones. So, but yeah, that's a bummer, man. I hope you get better anyway. I didn't do any of the jabs. And that's good. That's cool. You feel like coming up here on the chat, or you don't? You probably don't. I didn't think you did. Just you and the dog. How's the dog doing? How's the dog been acting since you've been sick? Does he just sit there by your side? Good, good. Well, maybe she'll make you be better. Maybe she'll drag you out of whatever it is and make you feel better. Yep, she's by my side always. I kind of figured she was. And then when she's not, she's probably sitting there by your feet, huh? I was tired of watching. I'm in the shop tinkering again, and she loves being in there. That's good. At least you got a big old shop to go around and play around in and all that stuff. So that's kind of cool. I said, Well, maybe I better do a live just to show everybody that I'm live and stuff. I was I was with that I was in that Amanda's live, adventuring with Amanda, but hers kept hers kept going out and stuff. So is that what mine does when I'm on Starlink? It just goes out like that. But she didn't know how to set it up or anything or put it outside and all that stuff. But you got up to 96 here today. Shoot, that's too hot, man. Well, mine it seems like it would go good for like 20, 30 minutes, and then after that it would just fizzle out, and then you know she needs to put it outside. Yeah, and she needs to also get some kind of pole or something and put it up on her van or something. Hi, Poodle Professor. How you doing? How are you out there? Where are you at now? Are you still out there camping? That was a pretty nice spot. That little city park you're at. I assume you're gone now from that place. Yeah, exactly why I always take my trips like at the end of winter or real early in the spring so it doesn't get so hot because I can't take the heat because even if you have a little air conditioner in your van, that thing is just like, you know what it's like. You got a van, Mo, so when you're in the summertime and you're in that van, it's just like you're cooking in there, man. There's nothing that's going to make it cool down. We can't all be like Poodle Professor and have one of those real nice air conditioned trailers that she pulls around. Really, and who wants to be inside? Really? Yep, yep. Well, I really enjoyed my trip and stuff, but the big mistake I did again was take too much stuff, man. You take so much crap, and then toward the end, I don't know about you, but toward the end, I was like, just like I'm tired of digging through all the stuff, digging through all the dirty clothes and this and that and that. So I just said, oh, that's enough of this. So sometimes I had to stop and just like reorganize everything and stuff. There's just really not a lot of room if you want to like put your dirty clothes over here and this and that, your trash you're always wondering about, and stuff. And so, but it was a lot of fun. I really put off coming home though. I was like, I didn't want to come home for, well, because of certain reasons and stuff. So when I came down south, I stopped at Lawrence, Kansas, and I stayed there, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I stayed there for a good 4 days because I didn't want to come home. But I got to spend some time with my son and go fishing and stuff. So, well, I didn't fish. He fished while I watched, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, me either. And who wants to be inside? I don't go camping to be inside. Exactly. You go camping to be outside. I loved I loved staying at a couple of places. When I look back on all these videos and pictures I got, I'm just amazed that I'd have all this, man. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that when it got real chilly at night. So I'd get up in the morning and make a little campfire. And then I started heating my water for my coffee, making my coffee on the little campfire. So that'd be my routine in the morning. I'd get up real early, right when the sun was coming up, make a little tiny fire and heat up my water and make some coffee. Then thought about what I was going to eat and stuff. That was pretty good. I camped in Death Valley in August once. Are you crazy? That means it was like at least 105, huh? Yeah, I'm boondocking in New Mexico near Capitan. Well, you're smart because you're up there where it's nice and cool, Jennifer. So that's pretty cool. Did you get to go see what's his name yet? I got a brain fart. I can't remember his name now. What's his name with this house in Carrizozo and all that stuff? The one that he was trying to sell. Hey, Ray Crum, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. What's with the crowns? What's the crowns? What are you talking about? What crowns? How you doing, Chris? We went up to 8,000 feet just to survive. Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. I'm doing great, Ray. I'm doing great. I got tired of editing so many dang videos and stuff. I think I've got like 16 right now, backed up right now. So I'm going to put like one, I'm going to drop one tomorrow morning and then one on Wednesday or Tuesday. But yeah, one of them is going to be like free camping right outside of Benson, this little town called Mescal. And then the other one's going to be, part 3 of my adventures in Arizona. The camper is nice, but I hate pulling it. It makes me nervous. I may go to the dark side and look for a van. No, you don't want a van, do you? You know what, though? Some of these vans now, like the ones you can stand up, the Sprinters and all that, the tall ones, they're really nice, And for somebody like you with your dog and just you, it's a lot of room, it'd be pretty nice. But they're just so expensive. You just got to really like buckle down and buy what you want, and then just do your own build, or else take it up to Mobile Tech and let him build it for you. There's Numbered Crowns. Oh, okay. I read about that Silent Forgotten. That's a new YouTube thing. That's they're doing that, and then see, I'm looking on StreamYard. I'm not looking at the whatchamacallit, the YouTube one, and then whoever interacts the most and stuff, you have a number by your name or something like that, and it shows you at the very top who interacts. That's what it is. Hey, Adventure America, how you doing, man? Nice of you to stop in, man. Appreciate it. Talk about a good channel now, man. Adventure America is just blowing up, man. His channel, whatever you're past 4,000 or 5,000 subs now, and you got all kinds of hours and stuff. That's pretty cool, man. I mean, you used to do the lives and stuff, and you would draw a few people, but now you're drawing like hundreds and hundreds. So that's good, man. That's great. Let me check out my YouTube on there and see what it looks like. But I think that's what it was. That's what it is. Community leaderboard is what they call it. Who's leading? Are you winning right now, Chris? Let's see. Who's leading? Are you winning right now, Chris? Better turn that down. Let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's kind of ugly, huh? A little purple crown. Yeah, you have a number 1 on yours. Guess I have to chat it up to get my crown. Yeah, you just have to say something and just talk to other people. Yeah, it's just interactions is what it is. Interactions inside the chat. When I first saw it, I was going, what the heck is this, Because at the very top, well, I don't see it on here, but I think at the very top they show you, they have a running thing through the whole thing. Mobile Tech was 333. Silent Forgotten was number 1. So the more you interact and the more you say stuff, then it's BS is what it is. Yeah, it's another distraction. I wish they would quit changing crap. Well, that's it. That's just it, though. Mobile Tech. I'm watching it through StreamYard, so I didn't even see it, and I'm sitting there, Silent Forgotten, was saying all that stuff, and I was going, "What? What are you talking about?" But I see it now. What's going on with you guys, Adventure America? Is it about time for you guys to take another trip, or do you guys have a certain time for? I guess you're still working, so you can only go whenever they allow you to go, huh? Heck, Troy, I came back from my 3-month trip, and I'm ready to go back out again, man. I don't want to be here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard Texas got baseball-sized hail. Not only that, Mobile Tech, but, where the town down Austin, where the University of Texas is. I think it was last week or so. Poodle Professor could probably verify it, but all of a sudden one day they had like a super hail, not a hail, yeah, a hailstorm. I mean, it was like 7 or 8 inches deep, man. It was like white everywhere. Things are different down in Texas. Yeah, I saw that too. Loretta Swit passed away. Hot Lips Houlihan. Yeah, Rusty. That's who I was thinking about. I don't know why I can't remember his name. Rusty 78309. You know, he's the guy that got me to start going to all these places like that place, all the places in New Mexico and stuff. You know, because I'd watch him and go, that looks pretty nice. I'm going to go up there. You know, the Valley of Fire and all that stuff. And the other one, all those other places, it's because of him, man. I like him. He's a pretty good guy. I wish we could go on some trips. Yeah, I had a crush on Loretta Swit. Rusty is awesome. He is. He's an awesome guy. I don't know what he's doing sometimes, you know, but he did have. I think he still has a place in Texas where he goes back to his little house where he could park his RV and all that stuff too. And he's got that place in Carrizozo, but he wants to sell that. But now he doesn't know if he wants to sell that because some other deal fell through for him. So I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Whatever he does is okay with me because he's always coming out and has some good content. Valerie Mahaffey. Yeah, that's that other one that was she played on that one series, didn't she? Or TV. She was on TV and stuff. Yeah, Fort Clark Springs. Yep. He always comes up with all these little good places, you know, to go camping and stuff. And I always, whenever he says one that I haven't heard of, I'll put it in my phone. I'll just make like an entry in my phone instead of another person. I'll just put, you know, campground, Texas, blah blah blah, and all this on there. Hi, Texas lady, how y'all doing? Yeah, I just got on here because I said, well, it's been so long since I've been live. Every time I was live on the road, it seemed like I lasted 20 minutes, and then my Starlink would fizzle out. So I said, might as well do a little live and see what's going on. I was going to go to New Hampshire tomorrow, but have to wait till about 110 days. 110 days? Why is that? Why you got to wait? Yeah, she was Silent Forgotten. I think she played in, I don't know if she played the mother or the grandmother or something in that one show with that one, I can't remember the name of the show now, the kid that's real smart, you know. She played on that and a bunch of stuff, yeah. She's one that was not super famous, but everybody knew her whenever they saw her and said, yeah, I remember watching her. 10 days? Oh, okay. You just have the slippery finger on your keyboard, then hit that one twice. So you got to wait 10 days, and you're going to go to New Hampshire. What's up there in New Hampshire? Is that family and stuff that you want to go see, or isn't that where there's a couple of national parks up there, right on the water? Fish is up there, yeah. Have you done any lives lately there, Ray? I haven't seen any lately, so. What is this? It says, share your referral link on the bottom here now. Huh, that's cool. They got some new stuff on this, I guess. And then they used to have Poodle Professor. I don't think I'm going to go during the summertime. And then plus after the summertime, if it's summertime, I think I might go to little places like here and there in Oklahoma. Then after that, it's football season. So I'm a season ticket holder for OU. So I go to the games. So I can't go too far. So it'd probably be after football season or around December or January before I could seriously go anywhere far, though. I'm getting set up to do some fishing lives. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Are you talking about where you're just sitting there throwing your bait out there, or you're out there on a boat? That'd be really cool to be out there on the boat, but I guess you have to have a signal to be out there on a boat. But let's see, where was I going to say go? There's a couple of those piers that are open all night, Adventure America, and they have the lights and stuff. And if you can get a good signal out there, that'd be an excellent place to go do a live. I like pier fishing at night because you never know what you're going to end up getting. Last time I went down there, I caught an eel, and when I got him up in the thing, he wrapped all around my leg, and I was like, I have to go up to the mountains here soon to see if I could still breathe up there. Yeah, I forgot I got this thing, man. There we go. So is it interfering with your breathing too, Mo? That's bad. That's not good. And then Ray says, family, not been too much in doing lives. There are so many others. Yeah, you just have to like trim them down to like whichever ones you like. I think that's the whole thing. Is my breathing? Of course, that's very important, man. If you can't breathe, you're not going to be able to do anything else. So, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know. I don't know if Larry would go for something like that, but if they have those things, oh, that's cool. That's cool. I ordered a neck mount for my phone. I plan on going around to popular fishing spots and tossing lures. Okay, that's cool. I was going to say another thing is you've got GoPro. I think you've got a couple of them, but another thing you can do is you can set it up where you get that chest mount, or you put it on your hat, or somewhere, clip it on your hat or something. Something you can do something, where you can get a good eyes view while you're actually fishing. I don't want to have to carry something like that around. Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes mobile tech, if it helps you, maybe you don't want to carry it around constantly all the time. But if you had it by your side, like in your van or your car or something, and you needed it, you can stop and use it. I don't know. I don't know. So I need to fix a pole so I can fish. Yeah, I can't believe you don't have a good fishing pole and you got your own pond next to the house there, Ray. Well, I've tried one of those things. I don't know what they call it, the CPAP thing. My brother didn't want it. He was diagnosed for it, and they made him have one of those and all that. Said this will help you breathe and all that when you go to sleep and all that, so you don't wake up all the time. He didn't want it, and he gave it to me, and I just couldn't stand it because you got that thing over your face and those straps that go around. You got like 2 or 3 straps and all that. It was just very uncomfortable, and then it made you like self-conscious. You're sitting there, you didn't want to move. You're just laying there. You just didn't want to move because you didn't want to mess with the mask and stuff. You would have to get really used to something like that. Hey, Glenn C., how you doing, man? Good to see you also. Hope you're doing all right out there, and I hope you're not getting flooded out like everybody else. It seems like everywhere in Oklahoma we've been having so much dang rain, and then it just goes east, and there's a lot of states that are like all waterlogged and soggy right now. Yes, and I have seen some fish in the pond. That's good. That's good. Cool. Where are you at, Glenn? Are you in Florida, Georgia, or I know you're over there on you're on the east somewhere, but you always go back between certain states. So. Says we got a lot of rain, but it finally stopped. I hope we get some more, and it hasn't, and it won't stop for the summer. Yeah, yeah. Everybody needs all the farmlands. They need the rain. So you're in Middle Georgia. That's cool. That's cool. Here it's been a bit cold. A bit cold. I still use a small heater going. Yeah. Well, it's better than lighting a whole fire and you're using the heater for your house. Those space heater is what they invented those for. I always kept a little space heater in the back of my van. That way, if I did go somewhere when it's too cold, if I was at a place that had electricity, I could plug that in. That makes a big difference. Plus you could sleep knowing that if it tipped over, then it wouldn't catch the place on fire like those propane heater, buddy heaters, and all that. You're just so scared about smothering because all the fumes on those things that you sit there and you don't sleep. You end up turning it off before you go to sleep. West Texas has gotten rain because it was green for miles. And yeah, so now all the flowers in Texas are going to be blooming. You're going to see 1,000 pictures of what do you call those purple flowers everywhere and stuff. Those are really pretty too. I have automatic irrigation for everything. Got nice apples and peaches. All right, cool. That's cool. Apples and peaches. We sold our house in Florida and bought a house that was built in 1890. It was completely remodeled, new electrical and plumbing, sheetrock walls, and insulated. Yeah, I think I saw that. I think you showed a little couple clips of that, and you're working on the yard and stuff. If it's what I was thinking of, that's pretty cool, Glenn. Yeah, blue bonnets. That's what it is. Blue bonnets. When the blue bonnets start going, they're everywhere, man. I use a heater off-brand of Eden Pure Heater. Works great. Cool, cool. Glenn, you said that your house was built in 1890, and a lot of it's been redone. It's been completely remodeled. Okay, there it is right there. You already wrote it. New electrical and plumbing. I was going to say, what about the plumbing? Sheetrock walls and insulated also. That is really cool, man. 1890. Imagine that. Dang, that's old. Yeah, cactuses are flowering also. Yeah, man. I don't know if you guys follow Steve. He's on that channel, uh, Desert Adventures in Arizona, and he has live streams every Monday morning. But his yard is like right in his house and yard. He's probably got it 2 or 3 acres, but he's right in the Ironwood National Monument, and where everybody goes and camps and stuff. So he's got like saguaros, and all kind of cactus in his yard and stuff. And he put out a couple of videos where he takes a drone out, and he actually has a drone license too, so that's cool. So he takes the drone out and hovers above the saguaros and shows all the blooms and flowers. That's pretty cool. Love the cactus blooms. Yep, exactly. Let me see. How do most van campers keep themselves cool during the heat? Well, I don't ever go out in the heat, so that's what we were talking about earlier. That's why I always go like, in the wintertime or real early spring, so I don't get. I imagine a lot of them they put like those little window units and stuff in the back or something like that. You don't have to install it in the window. You can just have it loose and open the door, part of the door open, I guess, and run it. So a lot of people have like little generators and stuff, and they'll run that. In fact, when I was camping in Kingman up in the mountains. I was camped next to this lady, this older lady. She's been living in her van for like 6 years with her dog. And then there's another guy that he had a van and a trailer that he's going to convert. But they both had air conditioners, but they weren't put like stuck in a window or anything. But they both had air conditioners, and they both had generators. So that's how they do it, you know. And Poodle Professor, yours has an air conditioner, doesn't it? Or so all you have to do is go to a place where you just can just plug in and use their thing. Unless you have a generator, you might have a generator. I don't know. Yeah, and also what Mobile Tech said, they leave for higher elevations. You know, like I admit, when I was in Arizona, when it got like 85 one day, I went, oh my God, this is horrible. What are we going to do? You know, we can't sit in the van, Yuki. We got to go somewhere cooler. So I panicked really, but that's when you saw me. I left and I went up to the mountains. I drove up to Payson, Arizona, which is a nice little community up in the mountains. And they have like a full giant forest. I forgot how many different forests they are up there, but they have like two or three different sets of forests, and they'll have a good camping up there. And they have full size pine trees, giant ones, man, like big as the ones in Colorado. So as soon as you go up there, you smell pine trees. It's so nice, man. And we went up there and spent like 4 days. And after that, I just said, well, I still want to go back down and do some stuff in Tucson. So we went back, you know. I wonder if, what does it say? I wonder if camping people ever use an Eden Pure heater. See how the Jackery handles one? That's a big problem right there, Ray, because all your power sources and stuff, they will only handle, they might handle the startup and stuff, but a lot of people will just grab the cheapest air conditioner they can get and stick it in there. They won't think about all that. They need one that has a soft start where it doesn't pull so much energy, you know, at the very beginning. I know it levels off once it gets cooler and stuff, but that's where all the power goes is on your starting up, you know, and when it's running. So one of the a power station is going to have to be really big and giant, you know, and most people can't afford those. Most people have the mid-sized ones, unless you're a successful YouTuber and have like what 20,000 subscribers, and you can start getting those free power stations to try, you know. You have a beautiful smile. Yes, she does. She has a beautiful smile. I like it. Go back and watch some of her older videos, like when she got her kayak out and started kayaking around. She's got a good sense of humor also. She makes you laugh. No generator for me. I hate the noise. Yeah. Well, the generators that those people I was telling you I can't buy, they were the ones that were called inverter generators, and they were the ones that are like super quiet. Like they had them like 10 feet away from their vans, and they were like really, really quiet, you know. I was surprised. I thought they were going to be like those real loud ones, but they only used like, they only had like 2,500, whatever they call it, a 2,500 and a 2,000 or something like that. Laughing out loud. Successful YouTuber with 20,000, like, you mean like me? Well, yeah, but that's what you chose, Mobile Tech. I think you chose between your Patreon classes and, you know, and making content just to make money off of YouTube, and you went with the sensible way, and you went to the Patreon thing, and that's what makes your money. So that's good. Little professor, I was going to ask you, how do you decide how long you're going to stay at a place? Do you just go into a place and go, oh man, this place is so nice, I'm going to stay here, or you just like, we'll see. That's what I would do. If I found a place that was so nice, I would just stay there for a while. I would stay there at least 2 days, maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, I need a girlfriend. What? In a thong, helping me with trailers, and then I would go viral. That's what it takes. That's what it takes anymore. Yeah, that's what. Well, I don't bitch about it anymore, but it's never been fair when you're trying to sit there and start a channel up and stuff, like a guy like me trying to start a channel up, and you barely getting by and stuff. But I'm happy because I've got over 1 million views now, which is a big milestone for me. And I'm only 13 or 14 away from 3,000 subs, and I'll accept that. But like Mo said, if it's a girl in a thong and stuff, and then say, I'm going camping, solo camping, then yeah, you get it. All of a sudden you get 10,000 subs and you get this and that, all kinds of watch hours and stuff, and what's funny is a lot of them, they get all these subscribers and stuff, and they only have less than 100 videos, I get antsy after 2 or 3 days. Yeah, unless I really like it, then what I really hate is if you really enjoy a place and then you leave too early, and then you start thinking, man, I really like that place. Why did I leave? I'm going to go back. Yeah. After two days, you already know everything about the whole place and stuff. So I can see that 3 days be max. I don't know. I stayed in the national forest up there by the Grand Canyon. I stayed there I stayed there 5 days or so, but I stayed in 3 different places also. That helps also. Really. You're so right about TNA Mobile Tech. I always wish I'd stayed longer. Well, that's everybody wishes that, but half the people, they have to go back to work. They got to do this. They got that. They got commitments. They can't just pack up and go camp like me or you. But yeah, I was in Daytona last week for 3 days. Oh, cool. Oh, it rained every day. Sorry about that. Isn't that when they had the Daytona 500 and all that too? But on this trip that I went on, Mobile Tech, it was completely 180 from the year before, because I was so mellowed out, and I was really enjoying myself. The year before, I just wanted to go meet some people and stuff, and it didn't happen and stuff. And then I was following the wrong people, and it was making me feel like, I don't know what it made me feel like. It just made me feel like I was pushing harder to try to be friends with all these people out there that really didn't want to be. But after I did a recheck on all my subs and stuff, I unsubbed from a lot of people, and a couple of them really. After I did, I just said, hey, this is what it's like to not have any drama and crap all over your channel and stuff. I said, this is nice. It's nice. You look like you enjoy it. Yeah, thanks, man. I had more lives and stuff, and every time I had a live, I was ranting about something about, yeah, look at this, you guys. It stopped raining, and I'm here. I'm over here at this place, and yeah, it's hard being in the RV and the weather gets bad. You think that's hard, Glenn? Imagine being in a van. A van, you sit there and go, well, if it starts raining, well, maybe it'll go away in an hour or two. But if it doesn't, it rains all day long, you're stuck in there, and you're just waiting I would just wait for a time when it would stop raining enough where I could let Yuki go outside and go pee or something, But yeah, even in the RV, I guess you get the whatchamacallit. You don't want to be sitting there. You want to be outside doing something, you know. Yeah, Mobile Tech. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a whole bunch better than the last one because less things to worry about. Had more fun. Went out and met some good people and stuff. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And got to go see all kinds of incredible places, you know. Plus, I got to meet Wonder Hussey also. So that's it. I don't have to do nothing else. I met Wonder Hussey. Yeah. Let me see. There. What's everybody doing tonight? What time is it? It's what, 9 o'clock? It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. Man, I live here in this part of town. Well, it's not really bad, but it's not really good. And I used to laugh and call it the drive-by part of town because back that way behind the house, there's like an apartment complex. They had an apartment complex, and they used to have all kind of shootings over there. And then one day, we heard all this shooting. Then I saw a guy running across the yard and left a trail of blood. And then he collapsed in the house next door, and he got shot. And he was like, that's as far as they made it. Well, the other day, I heard all this stuff. Pop, pop, pop. You could tell it was gunshots. And so I looked on my security camera, and I see a guy running back across this guy's fence across the street and hide behind his fence. And he was hiding from the gunshots, you can tell. So I said, damn, this is pretty close, you know. So I go look out there, and by the time I went out there to really think about going out there was like 7 cop cars out there. They had everything roped off with that yellow tape and all that stuff. And they were interviewing everybody and all this stuff. And they were sitting there, and I guess they had a party. They had a party, and this was an early afternoon. They were having a party at the house. They had an argument. Some people got in a fight, and then somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting, you know. So one guy got shot, and he tried to drive himself to the hospital, but he didn't make it to the hospital. I mean, he didn't die, but he couldn't make it all the way. And the hospital is only like a mile and a half away. And then whoever did the shooting part, they took off. So I went, wow, that's the exciting kind of things that I had to come back to, huh? I watched her filming in Panamint Valley and ran out of time waiting on her. Didn't want to disturb her she seems like the kind that, you know, she gives it all whenever she has a meetup, and then she'll sit there and wait till every last person comes through the line. But she also seems like the kind that if you're bothering her while she's doing something, she's going to turn around and snap at you and tell you about it. Leave me alone, you so-and-so. But she seems like a really pretty nice person. I didn't see you on her live stream there. She did a live stream last night, Mobile Tech. So, and this time she got up to like 2,225 people in the chat. And I was like, man, that's a lot, you know. Like a lot of people sit there and they go, oh, look, I got 100 people in the chat. I have 200 people in the chat and stuff, you know. Well, shoot, go sit through Wonder Hussies, man, and have over 2,000, you know. And what kills me is she only does a live stream for 1 hour, and that's it. You know, after that hour, it's over, you know. So she's getting 2,200 or 500 people within an hour, you know. So that's amazing that she can do that. Hi, Gandalf. How you doing? Gandalf, did you see Wonder Hussey's live she did last night? Or she did Friday? Yeah, Friday night. How's Mr. Gandalf doing? And I happen to have it here, Gandalf. Let's see if it's still in good shape. Oh, it's kind of bent up. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, you can't see it, huh? Gandalf. Making cigs, all right. When you make cigarettes, Gandalf, do you sit there and do you just make enough to get by, or do you do the whole thing? You make the whole package and roll up the whole thing so you don't have to do it for the whole day. That's pretty cool. I remember a long time ago. I did that when I smoked a long time ago. Because everybody that smoked, they think, well, I could buy this Bugler. There was two different kinds of tobacco, Bugler and some other one that was even worse than Bugler. But Bugler was like super strong, you know. But then they sold you a little bag of tobacco and with papers in it, you know. I missed it, but it's on my Wonder Hussy list. I'm going to do a live sometime between now and midnight East Coast time. Tonight? Tonight you're going to? You make packs at a time? So when you make some, you do like 20 at a time. Okay. Do they look like cigarettes or do they look like joints? Or when you roll it, do you sit there and go, or do you like, do you have one of those little machines? They used to have a little machine, you put it in there and you just go, and then make like a perfect sized Camel cigarette, you know? What is this? It says show comments on stage. Let's see. Oh, can you guys see all the comments or, well, I guess you're on YouTube side, so it's different. Let me see. I remember the days of that. Bungler tobacco, Bugler. No, they look like cigs. My joints look like joints. Well, you know what I meant. You know what I meant, Gandalf. I mean, if you're a pro and you roll a lot of cigarettes and stuff, you could pretty much make a good looking cigarette, you know. But if you can't roll very good, then they look like a joint, you know, all with the nothing on the ends and all that stuff. Chat is on the screen next to you now. Is it? It's on the screen next to me? I didn't see that. Let me see. Where's my phone? Let me see what it says. Well, is it better the other way? Take it off that way or what? I haven't been on here for so long that oh, okay, I see it. It's like barely on there though. No filters, Gandalf? I remember doing that too. Going, well, let's see, if we sat there and did this and that and rolled it, can you put a little filter in there? It's not needed as far as I can see. You're right. Because it's too small to see, really. But it's kind of neat though. It looks like when you do a live on your phone, you know, and you can't see the comments and they go away, that's what it looks like. But I'll shut it off. There it is. Oh, so you do put filters on there? So what do you have to do? Buy like filters and separate? They sell little bitty filters? Huh. Little red rolling machines work good for making joints too. I don't know about all that stuff, Ray. Would you like to elaborate? Hey, I heard in Texas that they banned THC, so I guess they're never going to legalize marijuana there if they ban THC because that's the main part of it, you know. I wish they had a button that you know where you like where it has the conversation on here like this. I wish that all you had to do is hover over it and it would go on there. That would be better instead of looking at it and clicking it. Because sometimes you sit there and you start talking and you forget all about, well, I could just highlight that so they'll know what I'm talking about, you know. but I'm just not one of them there internet gurus. You know how I got on the internet? Everybody has their own story about their first computer and all that stuff. I used to have a friend of mine that used to go to the OU games, and he was also my friend, the drummer. He was my drummer whenever we played music and stuff, but he lived down in Dallas. And it was back around 86 or something like that. And he was all up with it in the computers and stuff. And I went down there for a weekend of football and stuff. And he goes, check this out. And it was like one of the very first games where they had the casinos and stuff on there. So I started playing blackjack on that thing. I ended up playing for like 9 hours straight. I broke the bank on there, and they said, we need to ask you to leave and all that stuff. But I just thought it was so cool that you could sit there and play gambling games on there on the computer, and then you're sitting there winning all this money, and they ask you to go away and stuff. So that next weekend, I went out and bought me a computer just so I could play that. That's my first experience with the computer. Hook 'em horns. Really. Doesn't make no difference to me if you say that, buddy, because I'm going to be Sooner JH fans because I live in Oklahoma and I'm a Sooner fan. I support the Sooners. So you notice that if you guys ever look back to the history of Oklahoma versus Texas, we don't lose to them 2 years in a row. So they need to worry this year. But tubes come with filters of tobacco. Okay. They got everything, all right. Thanks, Lynn. Hey, Joanne, how you doing? Joanna Anna Bobana, fee fi fo Hannah, Joanna Anna Bobana, she's the one. How you doing, Joanne? I'm not stopping you from the other live streams, am I? And Texas lady. Well, she was here earlier. I don't know if she just came back, but this is cool. I like it. I have a good crowd come by, man. I love all you guys, man. And hopefully you guys will like some of my videos coming up that I'm doing. Like today, I edited the one with the big radar things. What do you call it? Those big giant things that they listen to outer space. I did that video. I recorded it today. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to have one for free camping or state trust land camping. And then Tuesday, I'll do a video, part 3 with me and Steve in it. So yeah, the VLA, the very large array. I said that in my video. I was walking Yuki and I go, "Where are you at, Yuki?" And I said, "Daddy, we're at the very large array." Yuki gets all the views when I was making the shorts like that, man. It's cool. But yeah, I didn't want to come back because I still have some problems here at home and stuff, and I need to resolve some of those problems. And one of the big problems is I have somebody that's staying here that is like borderline suicidal now, and I go through it with them all the time, trying to tell them, no, it's not going to be better, if you do that and you unlife yourself. Is that what they call it? Unlive yourself and all that stuff, because then people got to worry about your body and what to do with all that stuff. So I'm trying everything just to trying to sit there and talk sense into him and stuff, but I don't know if it's going to do any good or not. So that has me on edge, like thinking about that. It's funny how viewers love to see our pets. Really, that's true. Let me see. Okay, go start rolling. Go start rolling there. You need to ask that person to leave. Yes, I do need. I need to, but there's one problem though. He's family, so how do you throw somebody in your family out and say, I'm trying to get him to go to like treatment and stuff. To go to somewhere where they'll help him and try to talk to him and all that stuff, Mo. So, but yeah, I'm no doctor, and my patience is pretty thin when it comes to little things around the house. So I don't like it whenever, like I don't like it whenever I see stuff like somebody grabbing the jug of milk and drinking right out of the bottle and stuff. Whenever there's more than one person in the house, because you sit there and you're going, well, what if I wanted a glass of milk? I'm not going to drink it now because I saw him drinking out of the damn jug. You tell him, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. But it just like goes through one ear and out the other. Exactly. You can't help people like that, and that's just it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not none of that stuff. I'm not no expert on that kind of stuff. And yeah, yeah, you're right. You were right, Poodle Professor. But the thing is, he did everything by the book before, and he was like, he worked jobs. His last job, he worked for 18 years. He worked one for like 12 years before that and stuff. Then all of a sudden, he just sat down one day and he told everybody, he told all his friends he was still working and stuff, but he wasn't. He was sitting at home. He lived with another brother, and they just sat there living off of his savings. And after that ran out, see, they used to live in an apartment together, so they'd pay the rent separately. Well, he'd pay by his check, and then his check started bouncing. Okay, so when that happened, it was a big mess, and they both got evicted. And it's all because it's his fault. Exactly, Mobile Tech. That's why you only let dogs move in with me. That's right, man. That's why only Yuki lives with me. But I don't know, man. It's hard to say anything or do anything, and it's hard not to think about it also. But without me physically forcing him to do something, to go see somebody, then it's not going to work. So I guess I'll have to clamp down and eventually do that and take him somewhere. So, and I don't want to be mean and stuff, but sometimes you just can't help it, and you get tired of crap, and you just want to scream and yell. Yeah, the downward spiral can happen fast. Yeah, and what's bad about it, Jennifer, is he has like his his normal face and his other face, like that. And when people come over and say, like his friends ask about him and stuff, he can turn everything around and say, "Oh yeah, I'm doing great. I'm looking for a job. I'm just sitting here getting my stuff together. Blah blah blah." But then he turns around and just becomes becomes depressed, and then he'll sit there and say how he wants to die. Like he said he wanted to die, like I don't know, about 20 times the other night. Before I started arguing with him. People can visit, but don't bring no clothes, really. So anyway, hopefully, hopefully something will come of it. Somebody will help him and stuff, and that'll make it a lot better. Make it better for everybody, man. Hope you guys don't have any kind of problems like that. And if you do, and if you ever have anybody that says in your family or anybody that says, "Can I come live with you and stay with you until I get my shit together?" Say no. Say no, thank you. But yeah, well, all mine's not dead yet. We have all the siblings still alive and running around, but now it seems like nowadays it just seems like they're all dysfunctional and stuff. So they don't want to be nice to each other and stuff. I don't even like company. I don't blame you there. And I always thought, Joanne, that whenever I retired from my job, I said, all right, now I can relax and sit around, watch TV, go to the ball games, go fishing and have fun and stuff. I don't want to sit here and take care of somebody again. I don't want to. It's not, I don't have the energy to do it. My family doesn't bother me much anymore. Oh, did you watch that one video, Mobile Tech, that a 909 did? Him and his wife were somewhere, I think they were in Nevada somewhere. And they were looking at this old cemetery. They looked down. I mean, he's filming and she's back there looking through. She sees the old chest over there by this grave. She looks at it. She goes, "Ah!" He goes, "What is it? What is it?" And it was somebody's remains. He got cremated, and the remains were in that little chest. And and then they're sitting there going, they didn't know what to do. They went, "Wow, man, how can they leave their remains right there?" Yeah, they found the ashes. That was kind of crazy, man. I love living alone. I'm good company. Yeah, you'd be good company, but you'd be a good company if you quit falling down and hurting yourself. I'm just kidding you, so don't get mad. Let's see. Meds can really help. Here it is. Meds can really help. I've been dealing with depression for years, but not suicidal. Next thing they want to try is ketamine, maybe TMI, but it might. Um, the problem is he's had all this other medical problems where he had liver problems, where he was doing dialysis at one time, but then he was a full blown diabetic where he was doing the shots and stuff, the insulin shots and all that. But then he went on to this thing where he refused to take any medication at all. So I don't know how bad he is because it's been over 2 years since he's been here, and he's not taken any kind of medication that I know of, that he's supposed to take. And then at least he's been going to the clinic recently, and they've gave him some more meds and stuff. But as far as, taking them and all that, I don't know. So, what? You found an urn with ashes? Oh, in the old mining cabins. Yeah, but that's because the old miner guys, that was their loved ones, and they probably put them there in the corner somewhere, and then they went off and died or something. So that's different than finding your ashes right there at a cemetery. I feel bad for people with depression and anxiety. Yes, yes. I got some film of a nighttime seeding and a pack of about 25 deer running across the field. That's cool. That's cool. Oh no. Oh no. I still have my brother in my junk room inside a cardboard box. Well, when I die, I want to be cremated, but I'm not going to tell them to go spread me around or nothing. I'm just say, just leave it there or dump it or whatever. Exactly, Mobile Tech. It makes you go out there and think about things, and you don't have to worry about what's going on. All these crappy little things that happen around you. I've had my dinner table covered in bones. No big deal. Hey, Jennifer, are you still making the fresh dog food? And how's it working now? Still, is that the only thing she'll eat, or is it a he or she? I can't remember. Are you a sloppy eater, Jennifer? Because Mobile Tech, aren't you the one? Aren't you one that you make all of Ruth's? Yeah. You make all of her food also, huh? What do you make? You make like chicken and stuff. I know people do a lot of chicken, and they just boil the crap out of it, and they I don't know what they do. They mix it with other stuff. Oh no, Joanne, are you serious? Insurance, man, insurance should cover it, and that is scary as heck too. Because I was inside of a house out in the country, and a lightning struck just the power pole where the line came down to the air conditioning, and it was so loud, and it burned up all kinds of stuff inside the house too. But it was like, oh, it was noisy and scary. Woo. Chicken and veggies, that's what you use. They're human bone. Oh, that's right, because no, that's what she does for. That's what she's a whatchamacallit. She examines all that stuff, don't you, Jennifer? For your studies and stuff. I worry about my ham radio antenna. Well, Mobile Tech, what you need to do if you're really worried about them is have a quick get disconnect somewhere. Just have a place where you can disconnect your antennas and stuff and get them away from the house. Because if it will hit it. It will hit the antenna eventually. I've been lucky; it hasn't hit my. I've got one of those all band antennas out there. The what you call it? I can't remember the name of it. And the Titan or whatever it is. Yep, that's what you got to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Joanne. I hope that you get that fixed because you need your air and heat and stuff. Yes, just got a box of bones in the mail. Ew. So you got to study the bones. Are you trying to learn about it and age it and all that stuff? I was wondering where that was going to, but I remember you did that kind of stuff. Are you Mr. Frankenstein? Mrs. Frankenstein? Well, Joanne, I think all the lightning and stuff came from here and it went over to you. Because we've been in nice days for the last couple of days, but geez, man, you got any you got any skulls? Mobile Tech, I think that you just don't want to go to her house during Halloween. What did that one say? I'd like to have a skull with red lights in the eyes. It got fixed yesterday, but they're proud. I imagine. I imagine. Did they installed whole new units? I bet. Huh? I'm sorry, Joanne. I hope it's all fixed good though. I'm very respectful. I imagine, man. I mean, just you're sitting there when you say you have boxes of bones. Are they like more than one person and all that? Or is it just one person and a big old box? Yuri, Joe, and Clay say bingo, and the other one, the Shuley Network, says skull. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to the chat. Never seen you before, but welcome in. Is that a fake hat? No, it's real. Big Daddy Doda. Howdy, partner. Okay. Okay, you guys. Can you lick a pickaxe and tell if there is silver? Nikki says hi. Okay. You make me crave oatmeal. Go have some. Mr. Beef Drippings. Oh, thank you. Do you do? Okay, this is getting to be some troll people, you guys. Gorillamo, Handyman to the Stars. Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. Thank you, Gorillamo, for the $2 super chat. El Diablo. Your hat sucks. Feelings on black people? Depends on how they are, how they act, man. Nothing against them, man. It's all individual. I knew Iron Eyes Cody. Cool. I went to the same high school as Mr. Miyagi. He went to Fairfield High School in Fairfield, Armijo High School. How much for the hat? It's not for sale. Make your own, man. You got to buy one and add all your stuff. See, I got this stuff on it. I have the Cocopelli and the feathers and stuff. Well, your fingers are getting itchy, Joanne, but I don't know. I don't know who these people are. They just all showed up and stuff, so. I'm half troll, half human. Dixon Sider, Maud Levy, Eric Pick, that's the cool of the night. No trolls, we want to be friends. Cool. Do you wear Velcro shoes? No, but I have Crocs, though. I have Crocs in my van because they're handy. We came in peace, except for a few knuckleheads. Doopa doopa doo. Well, I'm glad you guys are all in here coming in for peace. Cool. My hat looks just fine. Well, I have like 20 other hats if you don't like this one. Are you native? Possibly. Possibly. I'm on a tribal roll. Yes, I am. Part. What does Petridge Farms remember? I don't know. Are you a cowboy samurai? That's a good way to put it. Lost keychain. There's a good one right there. I just want to make you happy. Ever poo in the bucket? If you ever went camping in a van or something, yeah. Are you in Oklahoma? I'll be there in September. Let's meet up. Yeah. Sneakers or tennis shoes? I like hiking boots. How many of them did you whip on the plantation? No plantation here, bro. No plantation. Whisper me something in the fart. Okay. Okay, so this guy's from Canada. You give me a $2 Canadian thing. Thanks for all the $2, you guys. Yeah, you guys. Don't make Joanne mad. Her name is Hitman. Thank you, Joanne. I kind of like it too. If you feel like it, Joanne, you can. You have been, and they're still coming in. They found a way in, man, is what it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Big Daddy Dodo. Respect. That's what we need. Those are not real donations. You think so? They might be. They might be. That's a lot of work from you, Joanne. You're quick, Larry. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. Oh, they're real. They have to be real if they're doing it, though. We got the cops in here. No mobile. No, Belt Loop 29 is the mobile. Is the police? YouTube police. Okay. Have you been deleting them stuff and stuff, Mobile Tech? El Diablo. My money is real. You just cost your stream money. Why can't we all just get along? Hey, Shawnee Gross, how you doing? I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you're a real person. Do you see what happens when whenever you have a troll attack? You're inside somewhere. Yeah, yeah, Shawnee. I'm back at home. So everybody, everybody, check out Shawnee Grows and go sub to her. She does live streams at nighttime and she talks about growing stuff in her garden. She has very useful information. Yeah, yeah, Shawnee, I've got some trolls here. We're trying to get them under control and stuff. And so if they say anything bad to you, please, just ignore them. But yeah, hey, there's Steve. How you doing, Steve? Thank you, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I'm getting a troll attack right now, though, Steve. So we're gonna be friendly, but you ruined it. We would have donated a lot. Nikki said it's time to go. Well, I'm glad you all stopped by anyway, but you know, been here as a fly on the wall for a while. I'm glad you did, Victor Debs. Glad to see you, man. Hope you're feeling better, man. I was almost to the point where I was almost to that point where I said, okay, that's too much. Let's shut it down. You don't see donations lined up at the top. They are not real. Yeah, you're right, huh? Well, I haven't been watching on YouTube, so I didn't see Mobile Tech. I didn't check that part out. So, but you're right. Every time you did get a donation, they'd show it at the top for like a few minutes. Thank you, Mobile Tech, for doing all that. Getting. But anyway, we got a couple of distinguished people in here. Shawnee Grows, she's trying to grow her channel and also grow her garden, and she does a good job with talking about it. So if you have any garden information that you need to know about, please go check out Shawnee Grows. Isn't the point of the stream is to get viewers instead of banning and blocking people? Yes, it is, Gina, but a lot of the people that were coming in were saying bad things, prejudiced things and bad things, and that it wasn't, it's not, they shouldn't be saying it. Not a good way to run a channel. Gina Babina. People need to be respectful. Yes, they do. Yeah, and I wouldn't go to somebody's channel and drop a bunch of fake money in there and say all kinds of stuff, and insult your hat. Exactly. Respect. That's what it is. That's what it is, Steve. It's all about respect. Gina, we only want adults here. Gina, I'm not trying to be monetized. I'm already am. And I'm happy with my channel's growth. But I love the subs that I have. There we go. Deer were on the property. Cool. Hey, Shawnee, do you have one of those night vision thing to get pictures of of the animals that come in there and eat on your garden? Planted gladiolas today. Cool, cool. I'm not kidding you guys. If you guys are serious about gardening and stuff, then go listen to Shawnee Grow. She does excellent lives. She's a real good talker, and she has a really good crowd too. She has a very good crowd whenever she does lives, and they talk about planting stuff. And I bought a trail camera, but the property owner didn't want me to set it up. Oh man, how's he gonna know? You can buy one that's like looks like a camo one and hide it, and he'd never see it. We love talking about plants, exactly. So everybody go check out Shawnee on one of her lives. I know a lot of people. I think Shawnee is on the East Coast. No, you're up there in Minnesota, so you're on my time zone. But she might be on a little late for some of you guys, but she has some good lives. He doesn't want you to catch him peeping. Minnesota. Is that how you say it? Minnesota. Shawnee Grows. Yep. I like that. Shawnee Grows, her channel and her garden. 9:30 p.m. Central Time, any other day of the week. It's a surprise. Yeah, but you're on more than you're not, though it seems like lately, which is a good thing. You'll get your 3,000 or 4,000 hours in no time. Yep. When you're just starting out and you have such a great topic to talk about, Shawnee, then your channel is going to take off. It's gonna take off, and that's what's going to happen with yours because you're already on your way. I would drop your link, but I can't, so because I'm not a mod. So if somebody could drop her link, Mobile Tech or somebody, let's see, or Gandalf. Oh, Gandalf left, so. Well, here I could just do this. Let me see. Mm-hmm. There you go, Shawnee Grows. Type something else now. I just made you blue. That way you can check everything. You can check everybody else out. Let me see. There you go. Thank you, Mobile Tech. There you go. You're blue now. So Mobile Tech dropped your link there, and so did Steve. See, but I made you blue, so you can drop your own link now if you want to. So anytime, Shawnee. She does good stuff, you guys, really. So, and also Desert Adventures in Arizona, Steve. He does great stuff also. And guess what? Steve? When I came back, I decided I'm going to really try now. Look, can you see this? There you go. This is the FAA one for the updated one for 2025. I'm coming for salad, really. But Steve, yeah, I got the new remote pilot small unmanned aircraft system study guide, and this has all the new stuff in it too. So I'm going to really start studying that and go get that, because I want all my what you call it, drone videos. I want them to be monetized. I want to do drone videos and not be scared that they'll take them down and stuff, you know. So I'm pretty confident that I will pass the test, Steve. But the thing that I'll have the most trouble with is reading the charts, you know, and doing like the reading the chart for the aircraft. You know what I'm talking about, those charts. Yeah, that would be cool, man. That'd be cool because then you don't have to worry about it because all these other people on YouTube, they're doing it illegally because YouTube says that you cannot do a drone on your YouTube channel unless it's not monetized or you have the pilot license, and a lot of them, they don't have it, you know. I have to go. You have to go? Okay. Thanks for stopping in, Shawnee Girls, and maybe we'll see you later on your live later on. Thanks a lot. Stop by anytime, okay? Good seeing you too, Shawnee. Thank you. Okay, so let me see. It says 10 people in here, so now it's the sectional charts and all that stuff. I just couldn't think of the words for it there. I'll get it though. I've already and what's the other thing called? The METAR. The METAR. I think I wrote it down. Yeah, the METAR. The METAR. That's kind of hard to read too, but you can memorize that. And I'm pretty confident I'll get it. You know, especially I think you have to get what 40 out of 60 or something like that. But yeah, I do good on tests and stuff, so hopefully I'll get my drone license and I can say that too. And I'll add that in my channel and say, now licensed drone pilot, you know. Because most of them, they don't say nothing about the drone and stuff, and they'll add a clip in there and they'll still be trying to monetize it, and you're not supposed to do that. So it'd be better to be safe and not have to ever deal with it than try to sneak one in there, you know. Because I made this one video because the fun places that I like to go camp at and stuff, I made drone videos and stuff. Well, except for in Marana, when I was down there by Steve, I didn't want to get the drone up because because you're close to airport there. But the fun place that I stayed was in Kingman. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Mobile Tech, you only need a trust license if you're just doing it for recreation, you know. But if you put it on YouTube and you want it to be monetized, you need the regular license. You know, I'm just saying that these people that put their clips in there and they take it and stuff, you know, that's not right because they're not supposed to do that if they're monetized. And there's quite a few that do it. So, but yeah, I'm going to take it though. I'll pass it too. Okay, you guys, I'm probably going to end this real soon. It's already been 1 hour and 30 minutes. And I was sitting there going, I don't even think that I can get on here for an hour, you know. I was like, what do I do? I'll get up there and start talking. I won't know what to say, you know. And it's already been an hour and a half. But if your channel is monetized, it requires, to share it on your channel. That's right. Yeah. Because they say that you're doing that to make money. So, you know, but, it's just something that I don't have to worry about after I get my license. And it's one less thing you'd have to worry about, Steve. That's how I feel about it. And I think after that, you just have to update it and stuff, you know. Okay, Ray, thanks for stopping in, man, and everybody else. And thank you guys for helping me get through that the troll attack there, okay? Appreciate it, you guys, man. Thank you, Mobile Tech, for starting zapping him and all that, you know, and I'm glad we just didn't give up at everything and give in to them and go away, you know. Yeah, we'll talk to y'all later next time, man. Appreciate y'all. Like I always tell you guys, I can't do it without you guys, man. I love you all. So all of you guys are the greatest subs in the world. So it was like a firefight. I imagine, man. Okay, man. Thanks, Mobile Tech. Thanks, everybody, man. And we'll talk at you next time. Have a good weekend. Bye, Victor. Have a good one, man.